Well, right now he's got the best chance because he's automatically in to the top playoff deals.
Richard Petty has once again captured NASCAR's full attention. His latest comments have stirred major debate across the racing world, and this time they're all about Denny Hamlin. Petty didn't hold back, and what he said has fans and insiders questioning what it could mean for Hamlin's future, his legacy, and the championship battle ahead. Richard Petty's timing is notable. His remarks come after Hamlin's dramatic victory at Las Vegas, a win that locked him into the championship four and marked his 60th career Cup victory. In the South Point 400, Hamlin overtook Chase Briscoe with 4 laps remaining and held off Kyle Larson by 1.533 seconds. That finish was more than just a race win, it was a statement. It gave Hamlin breathing room both in the standings and in the narrative surrounding his season. As Petty put it,
well, right now he's got the best chance because he's automatically in to the top playoff deals. So and he's had a pretty dang good year. I mean, you win 60 races nowadays. That's a bunch of races. So
Petty's exact words matter. He said, "This is probably his best chance he's ever had. That's huge coming from a driver who's seen nearly every era of NASCAR." His perspective is forged in a long view: races, seasons, careers. When he says something like that, he's not speculating lightly. When you think about Hamlin's run that led to Petty's endorsement, it's clear why a legend might finally buy in. Hamlin has now tied Kevin Harvick for 60 career wins, placing him 9th on NASCAR's all-time list. In an era where tight competition makes wins harder than ever, that tally commands respect. Petty himself acknowledged as much. "You win 60 races nowadays, that's a bunch of races." That win total isn't just a milestone, it's evidence of longevity and performance under pressure. But stats alone don't tell the full story. A championship is won under pressure, in decisions by drivers and crews under fire. That's where Hamlin's 2025 season begins to look especially sharp. In Las Vegas, he didn't dominate from flag to flag. He capitalized on timing, tire strategy, and composure. His crew chief, Chris Gale, made the call for 4 new tires on the final green flag cycle. That decision afforded Hamlin the grip he needed to pass Briscoe and fend off Larson. That execution is what separates contenders from champions. Petty's endorsement focuses not only on Hamlin's skill, but on the partnerships and maturity he's shown. He stressed that Hamlin's season has balance: drive plus composure, fire plus poise. Over the years, Hamlin has had playoff setbacks that always seem to keep him just short of that final breakthrough. Petty's words now suggest that those lessons may be paying dividends. The narrative is shifting, no longer just the perennial threat, but the legitimate favorite. It's worth noting how Petty frames his praise, not as a guarantee, but as possibility. He doesn't say Hamlin will win, he says this is perhaps the best opportunity Hamlin has had. That nuance matters in a sport defined by uncertainty. Hamlin himself has alluded to this tension. After the Las Vegas win, he admitted, "Truthfully, I don't get nervous anymore, but I will at some point. Maybe it's my last chance to do it." That raw honesty aligns with Petty's public admiration. When Petty speaks of Hamlin's team dynamics, of the synergy at Joe Gibbs Racing, he's underscoring that championships aren't won with just a fast car. They need trust, communication, confidence. Petty sees those elements aligning in Hamlin's camp this year. For a man who's built his legend on the perfect blend of machinery and human grit, that recognition is significant. But Petty's endorsement comes with a warning that nothing is assured. He points to competition, variables, the razor's edge that championship runs demand. In the same line where he praises Hamlin's opportunity, he frames it as conditional. If everything comes together, that caveat is the realism in Petty's praise. He's betting on Hamlin's full package to hold up in the intensity ahead. Let's place this in historical context. Hamlin has reached the championship several times in 2014, 2019, 2020, 2021, but has never claimed the title. Each of those runs ended with heartbreak. Now, after his Las Vegas win, he enters Phoenix with more than momentum, narrative weight. The best chance ever label from Petty adds pressure but also validation. It changes how fans and media see him. What Hamlin has done differently this season is lean into patience and execution. He hasn't pushed recklessly for wins, he's collected them with precision. His average finishes, his consistency, his ability to navigate adversity have been stronger than in some previous seasons. That matured approach appears to have earned Petty's faith. Adding fuel to Petty's backing is the fact that this endorsement wasn't delivered in a casual interview, it came through Petty's podcast and family racing media. That gives his opinion more intentional weight.
His team and him, the whole situation is probably coming. This is probably his best chance he's ever had to have a chance at the championship.
And then there's the psychological effect. For Hamlin, having a legend declare belief might give him the extra edge. For his rivals, it's a flag planted. Someone with 200 wins and 7 titles sees Hamlin as the one to beat. That kind of aura matters in competition. On the flip side, Petty's praise puts a target on Hamlin's back. In Phoenix, the spotlight will be brighter, the margins finer. A misstep now carries bigger consequence. Critics may jump on any glitch, but the possibility of legacy change also looms larger. Petty's remarks also spark conversations about legacy. Hamlin's career is already nearly mythical in its win total, but a championship is the crown jewel. Petty's stamp suggests that he sees that final piece falling into place. For fans of generational comparison, hearing the King place his bet on Hamlin invites dialogue. One critical component in Petty's praise is trust in crew strategy leadership. In a sport where crew chiefs often shoulder as much pressure as drivers, Petty's vote of confidence in Gale is telling. Hamlin himself said after Vegas that he trusts Gale's judgment. That mantra of relationship, humility, and synergy is what separates title winners from title chasers. Looking ahead, Petty's endorsement raises the stakes for Hamlin's final playoff run. Going into Phoenix, expectations will amplify. Every pit stop, every restart, every tire decision will come under the microscope. The alignment Petty sees will be tested, but this season hasn't just been about stats and track performance, it's been about evolution. Hamlin has faced years of frustration and heartbreak, but this year he's emerged with a newfound clarity. Fans have noticed a shift in his demeanor. He's no longer just the fiercely competitive veteran, he's taken on the role of a mature leader both on and off the track. Whether it's in press conferences, interviews, or strategy meetings, his tone has changed. There's less defensiveness, more introspection. That mindset shift may prove more valuable than any setup or adjustment. Even the dynamic with his fans, many of whom have long viewed him as a polarizing figure, has subtly transformed. Some who once booed him now respect the grind, the persistence, the way he's shouldered years of pressure without collapsing. And maybe that's part of what Richard Petty sees. Not just performance but evolution, not just speed but story. Petty's respect is hard-earned. He's judged over decades of racing eras, of evolution, of shifting technologies. If he believes Hamlin is peaking now, it merits attention. Petty sees those convergences in motion. To conclude, Richard Petty's bold claim about Denny Hamlin carries more significance than a standard compliment. The stakes are high. Hamlin has the tools. Petty has given him belief. Now, the question is whether Hamlin can answer. Phoenix awaits.